Aloha siblings, welcome to Minetest Monday, where, at least currently, as of the time of recording this video, who knows what it'll be in the future, but at this point in time, every other Monday I release Minetest, which has actually been rebranded to Luanti, is what they call it. I'm going to keep calling these Minetest just because I've already started using Minetest, so I'm going to keep using that, and I don't know, maybe at some point in time I'll change it, or maybe I'll add more variations or something to what's going on. In any case, this will be a little bit of a departure from previous ones, as I did upgrade to Luanti. I ended up having to uninstall the previous version and then install this cleanly. I'm not sure why I was having the hassle I was having, but it just seemed to be the easiest thing to do. The bad side is that I don't have what I've done before, so all that's gone. So we're basically starting over. So I don't even have any idea how it looks inside yet, and I also haven't set the audio levels or any of that, so it might be a little jerky, herky, whatever in the beginning here for me to, as far as editing, you might see a little bit of click, 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 whatever nonsense going on while I'm, just getting this sort of set up. But, well, there you go. We're going to play some Minetest today. This should be, I think, in the broad scope of things, this is number 7, although it's the first one with this particular new configuration. But, so let's just move to the gaming bit. Again, I'm just going to stay in creative mode, so I'm not going to have any damage, and I'm not hosting a server or anything like that. So I guess I'm just going to say new. It's going to give me a world name. I'm just going to call this Bill's World. Yeah, let's just do that for now. We'll come up with more creative games if I actually start, or creative names if I actually start, making games that can be seen by other people than just me. The good news is, well, I'm not going to talk about it right now. Let's just go here, seed. I don't know what I'm supposed to put in here, so I'm going to leave that alone, because I don't know what the seed is supposed to be. I'm going to have to look that up. Let's see what happens if I do this. Will it tell me to put something in? Nope, it just says there. Okay, so let's play. Wow, okay, it looks very similar, except for I find myself in snow. But for the most part, it seems to be more or less the same world. I'm going to move myself over here a little bit. Okay, well, I guess the deal is now to, what I need to do is let's check levels. So I'm going to march forward, I guess. Let's just do that. Okay, we're going to turn the game sounds down. So I need to do, let's see if this will do all the stuff. I want to go to sound volume. Let's take this down to about there. Actually, no, let's take it down about here. I think before I was in like the 20s or something. Or maybe I was even lower than that. Anyway, let's just see what happens. And continue. And now let's see. That's better. So I do have some mics set up for, so you can hear the keyboard hopefully better. And I don't know, it seems like it's okay now as I'm recording this. Chirp, 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 chirp. I'm up. I don't know, do I want to leave this be? Or do I want to... You know what, I'm going to go ahead and leave here for a minute. And exit to menu. Okay, that'll leave that there. Let me go over to here for a minute. Because what I'm going to do, actually I guess I didn't need to come back here, but I did anyway. I'm going to go check the volume levels before I keep going, because I don't want to end up with, an hour's worth of material and then go, oh crap, I had the, which or whatever, too loud or too quiet. So, okay, I am back, and I think I have all the levels set, so let me know if the voice is volume compared to the clicking on the keyboard compared to the crunchy walking sounds and the like, if that's all sort of more or less in balance for everybody's enjoyment. And alright, so let's go back into the game, and I'm still in the woods here with snow. Alright, so let's... Well, I got a bunch of trees, right? So we can certainly, cut down trees to make, things or something like that. I'm going to run for a minute here. I kind of like the running sound too. Alright, now let's do a little bit of just... Oh, and for everybody who's a gamer and not so much an ASMR person, or maybe you're both, I don't know. But there's just several people who I get the comment a lot that, you don't have to keep pressing the button. And it's like, yeah, I know. But it's an ASMR trigger, and I'm an ASMR channel, so that's what that's about. Alright, well, let's just go this way. I wonder if it's a seasonal thing. Is this a wintry part of the world, or... Uh-oh, this is looking like it's going to be one of those cavernous things, right? Yep, that's going way down, isn't it? So let's go... I don't really want to go into depths of things just now, so let's go this way. What is this? Does this go way down, or is this... Yeah, it goes down farther than I want to go, so let's go. Now, is this sand, or is this still snow? It feels different. It sounds different. Wow, okay, so I have no idea what the hell's going on here now. Alright, don't I... what is it? Z for zoom, right? Oh, I need to... There we go. Looks like there's a thing there, but otherwise it looks like nothing. Alright, so let's go... Alright, you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to go... Oops. Push the wrong button, dude. Alright. Alright. Oh, I don't remember what the command thing for flying is. Yeah, I'm not going to worry about it now. I just want to kind of walk around and see what the thing is with this one, because clearly it's very, very different, but... Although I suppose if I knew how to fly, I could see the stuff better, but I am just going to wander around for a bit, and then maybe I'll... This is weird. Holy mackerel. It seems like that the areas might be bigger in this. Oh, one thing I noticed after I installed this latest version of Luanti / Minetest, whatever. And the thing is, because apparently there's a lot of other games than just this sort of Minetest looking thing, although they all seem to be very similar and kind of... Why did I jump like that? That was weird. But it looks like there's one that I think I am going to mess with after I've done this one for a while. But it's like right up my alley in the sense that it's liminal spaces. Although they didn't call it that, but that's more or less what it is, you know, like creepy empty rooms and that kind of thing. Well, it's like an oversimplified explanation of liminal spaces, but I think I talked about that before in another video. My understanding of liminal space is that it is essentially an empty space, but a place that we're not used to being in while it's empty, right? So like a mall that's empty, right? It kind of gives you this creepy. Again, yeah, I'm certain I mentioned this, but I'll just, you know, there's value in repetition, right? My dad and I were going to a mall. I don't even remember why now. Maybe it'll come to me, but that's not the important part. The part that was interesting was that the mall we kind of went to more from past experience. It's a mall called Bayfair that's near where we live. It's in San Leandro. I'm pretty sure San Leandro is a city. Anyway, this mall over there is on its way out. It's like a dying mall, which lots of malls in the U.S. are that way now. In any case, we went there. Like I said, I don't remember what we were looking to buy or whatever, but and it was like, wait, there's nobody here. Not only was there nobody here, but like lots of the shops were closed. I mean, there was this empty storefront. I don't know if storefront's right the word, right? Because it's in the middle of a mall, but you get the idea, I hope. Anyway, when you're walking around, and it's like, it's not what you expect as far as the number of people and the kind of noises and stuff that go on. It gets kind of just weird. Anyway, so when you end up with those weird, empty, creepy spaces, it's like, I'm pretty sure that that's a liminal space. Anyway, what in the world? Okay, so we're to water now. That's interesting. Where do I want to go? It looks like there's a lot of stuff that way, but alright, let's just go this way. I don't remember. I think I'm going to have to go look up again how to do the flying thing. Because I know you do it, it's like it's like a really simple phrase too. It's like, you know, enable, fly, play or something, whatever, I don't know. See, now it looks like we're getting different plants. I can't tell if this is like, because we're getting to a different area, right? See, there's less snow on the ground and more plants. Oops, we're getting nighttime now. That's alright. Let me go to inventory. Let's find some lamps. You know what I should do? Let me give myself binoculars. What else do I want to have? Let me go ahead and arm myself with a bed. I never did figure out how to use them properly, but somebody made a comment early on, something about if I placed a bed in a place and if I used it, that would speed up the nighttime. But so clearly I didn't figure out how to use it. I don't know. And now I'm looking for lamps. Lamps or torches or that kind of thing. It looks like most of the stuff is all more or less similar to what I'm used to, right? There's the dynamite and all that. Okay, hang on. Where was the lamps? Okay. Those are all the axes. I must have just went right by them, huh? channels, and okay. Alright, I don't see a lamp in there. Okay, this is oh, here they are. They're all right here. Okay. There's those. Do I care what wood they're made out of? Don't know that. I guess it's all for decorative purposes, isn't it? Well, you know, I can always replace them later, so let's just take one of these there, I guess. And, oh, you know, I like these too. They tend to give out a lot of light. Although when I find caves, I like having that torch thing. There we go, there's the torch. Let's have a torch. I guess that's it. Let's just see how that goes. Let me get back into nighttime. And I can still kind of see, so let's just, wander around in the dark. How's that? I like the difference in the sounds. You know, when you're when you're walking in snow versus on the ground. I really quite like that. Now, is that the sun coming up over there that I just saw? Where was that? I thought I saw a bit of horizon poking through there a second ago. Maybe I was wrong. Wait, what was that? A mushroom? Holy mackerel. Now that would be an interesting thing. Could you make a Minetest thing where there was like an overlay of like two different worlds, right? You know what I mean? Where one would be like the normal world here, and then one would just be weird, but when you picked up a mushroom, it could be a magic mushroom, right? And then you would spend a certain amount of time in the weird world, you know what I mean? And then after some time, you'd come back to the more or less normal world. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe I'm betraying some of my oddball past. I don't know, it's oddball, but well, anyway, you get the idea. Okay. It looks like... I don't know, I don't have the slightest idea what I'm doing. To any of this as far as like having bearings. Yeah, I'm not going to worry about it. I'll figure it all out later when I can. Because I think there's a way of having a map, which I don't know. Is that, here, hang on. There was what do I do if I say escape? That takes me to a thing. Was there a thing that said menu settings? No, that's not what I want. Exit this. I thought there was a thing that said something about key assignments or something, or, you know what I mean? So you could have that. I don't know. Okay, so this isn't it, so let's just continue. I'll have to look that up later. Although I just realized, there's noises from upstairs. See, now that I have the room mic, well, they're not room mic, well, they're in the room, right? But I have two mics set up to kind of record just the keyboard sounds and the mouse clicks and the like, and but it will then be vulnerable to picking up noises from upstairs a lot more than, say, the little that headset thing there is. All right, well, anyway, dude, let's just keep going where we're going here. I kind of feel like we should be at a pretty high elevation. Alright, it's too dark, really. But let's see. Alright, there it is. So if I say zoom... the same zoom as... I can't tell. I need something a reference so I can... What am I going to look for in here to kind of gauge exactly how far I've zoomed in? Or is it just automatically zoom in the same amount when you just have the binoculars in your possession? Alright, well, whatever. It's... Well, the sky's moving anyway, right? Well, yeah, let's do this. Let's see if I can... Alright, that's like that. Seems like it's the same. Is it a different button when I use the binoculars? Or is it when you... I don't know. Alright, so let's get out of it. Let's get into inventory. And let me put this... Let's just toss this for a minute. And then now let's get out of inventory. And then now let me zoom. Alright, that feels way less zoomed. Alright, so here what I'm going to do is... Oops. No, let's do this a little bit. Alright, now let's go back and get the thing. And where was that? That was like on page 1. Okay, it seems like things have kind of calmed down for a bit, so let's get back to the game. Let's see, page 1. There's the binoculars. Here we go. Binoculars. Alright, so now let me get out of inventory, and then now let me hit the zoom. Yeah, that's way more. Okay. Let me see if it's... Yeah, okay, so you just have to have it there. You don't actually have to be holding it. Okay. Alright. I feel like I learned that already and not, you know what I mean? I think it's part of my problem is that there's... Well, it's my recording schedule, right? So sometimes it would be like... Depending on how I record these, there could be more than 2 weeks between games. Which I don't know, I suppose that could be the advantage of that. If I have to keep relearning things, it keeps it at a weirdly slow pace, which I think is, you know, works well for ASMR, I think. Alright, let's just go this way, I guess. So this is just a snowy coastline. Yeah, I'm just going to go walk along the coast and see what that gets us. I have this fear that as popular as these Minetest games have been, which I'm very grateful for. I mean, it's been a significant change in the channel. I mean, it's not like I've gone viral or anything, but, you know, it's a nice jump in growth. But I'm always a little worried that, you know, I've gotten kind of accustomed to the, you know, the new group of people that have come in, so I've got better numbers, but I'm fearful that, you know, when all the people that have come in that are like gamers are going to get bored because it's, you know, I'm doing everything so slow and ASMR-ish that they're going to go, God, this guy never does anything. Alright, let's have some key sounds for a while now. I keep getting distracted by what's over there in the distance and forgetting that I have to point where I'm going, you know, with that little crosshair thing kind of. Alright, let's go over there. This is looking more like sand and less like snow, so let's see what's going on over here. What is this? This is nice. this is kind of cool. Now what's all that stuff down in there, I wonder? It's probably kelp and the like, isn't it? Yeah, okay, we'll do some underwater exploring later. They're running out of... Is that an actual, like, waterfall thing going down in there? It is, isn't it? Little creek river thing. Alright. Maybe I don't want to go right down into there just yet. Oh, there's even more in that. Oh no, that's not what I wanted to do. Alright, let's do this. Oh, I don't want to get this block. Alright, I'm going to go get rid of those in a minute, but alright. Alright, yeah. Interesting. More trees, more different types of plants. Huh. So does this go back to snow? Alright, so I wonder, does this actually have seasons? Do I want to go down into a cave kind of thing right now? Nah, not really, not right now. Let's go this way. Yeah, see, this is looking like snow. Okay. Oh wait, is that stuff all snowy too, or is that... Interesting. See, does that bit looks like it's snowy on the... But that stuff there doesn't, so I wonder... Well, let's just go this way now. Alright. Looks like I can come around this way. Oh wait, this is going to be another thing, isn't it? Going down in there. Yeah, I'll come back and go through that stuff at a different point in time, I think. But assuming I can remember how to get back here. This is, I don't know, it seems pretty cool with the weird differences, but alright, I want to go, do we want to keep going on the coast now? See how it's getting more cliff-like, isn't it? Here, let's go over here real quick just to see what's what. See if I can get out far enough to kind of let's see around this. Alright, let's just look if I say zoom. Oh, see, there's more stuff in the distance out there. Alright. Alright, you know what, I'm not going to worry about this. Let's go this way. Oops. Wave your hand, dude. Alright, I'm gonna... Alright, I'll go... Okay, so I guess this is sandy dirt. And this is, I guess, dirt on the forest floor kind of dirt. Alright, is that too steep or can I just kind of go up that stuff? Well, let's just see what happens. Alright, I gotta get out of these bushes here, don't I? You know what I'm going to do? I don't know why it bothers me so much, but it does. I don't want this stuff here. Drink. I'm going to see if I use an axe. Will that help me chop through these trees any? I don't know. We'll find out. Let's see what happens if I do this. Oops, this way. I don't know if that made it any easier for me to get through stuff or not. Doesn't seem like it. Alright. Alright, let's go this way. Oops. Oh, I see. This is in my way again. Alright, let's do this. Alright, there's one advantage. If I use the axe, I'm not just grabbing stuff anymore. I'm just... Alright, that makes it easier for me to do. Alright, let's do this. Alright. Was that a... Alright. That looks like a firefly or something, isn't it? Alright. Let's see if we can go like this. And... I want to keep going up. Yeah, I kind of want to go up. Because I can't really see where I'm going, can I? Alright, I'm gonna... alright, let's go. Let me ditch some of this stuff. I want to see if I can find a better tool for... like a digging pick kind of thing. There we go. Steel pick. What are these? Here, let's do this here. Steel. What is this one? Stone. Wooden. Alright, I'm assuming that you get the different ones for different purposes in gameplay, but okay. Right? Alright, there you go. Now, let's do... Alright, you know what I'm going to do? Let me do this. I'm going to put... put you in the trash. I don't want to keep collecting this stuff. And then now, let's get back out of here. And then I want to use the... that guy. Why does it keep doing that? Oh, because I'm using the wrong key. When you want to place something, it's the right key, isn't it? Jeez, dude. My memory is just so crappy when it comes to this stuff. Okay, now, let me go over to here. Let me see if I can do... Boink. There we go. Now, let's get back to the pick. Where am I at here? Do I want to climb up that, or do I want to go find a slightly less steep thing? Let's just go ahead and do this. It is Minetest, right? So I could do some digging type nonsense here. Alright. Oh, that's going to take forever. Let's do... Alright, let's... Oh, I have to do that one too. Okay. Alright, well... Alright. 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 So where do I want to go? Do I want to go over here? What do I want to do here? Alright. Alright, let's see if I do... Oh, I guess granite steel isn't hard enough to get through that, maybe? Let's try that. If I ditch this, let's ditch this too. Let's try a diamond pickaxe. What does that do for me? There we go now. There you go. Alright. Alright. It's like a weird version of mountain climbing, isn't it? Just keep chipping away at stuff and then let's take that one out too. Alright. Alright. What a horrible guy. I'm running around totally destroying this mountain just so I can climb it. Alright. Alright. Well, here, let me see where I'm at, what I'm looking at out here. Oh, what's that? There's a light over there. Let me... here, let's ditch that again. I don't know why I like having an empty thing for some reason. Anyway, let's go out of here. Oh, let's get rid of that. And let's zoom so I can see what's over there. Oh, it's just a firefly. I was thinking like maybe somebody else had put a lamp up. But I guess since this is creative mode, it's going to assume that... Well, here, let's just keep going, I guess. Oops. Oh. Oh, here. There we go. You know, here where it was a spot over here, right? I can do this. Let me do this. Doink. And... Alright, let me do this. Alright, now let's move to there. There we go. That helps quite a bit, maybe. I don't know. Let's walk this way a little bit. Maybe not as much as I'd hoped. Oh, I see, that's all. I was thinking those are rocks, and it's all trees and bushes and stuff. Alright, so let's go. Alright, let's... can I walk on bushes? Oh, I see it. Alright, now let's see what this is here then. Alright. Alright, so I guess this is it. I'm more or less on the top, aren't I? So what is it I want to look at out here, man? Alright. Let's see if I can get around this thing here. Oh, that's going to take me just back down, isn't it? Boink. Yeah, right, okay. Alright. Wait on here, I'm going to go around anyway. I want to see what there is in that. Oh, this is a tree. I was thinking that was... Alright, never mind. Alright. Oops, wait. That's not what I wanted to do. Alright. Alright, I'm gonna... Alright, let's... Alright, now I can kind of look around this way. That's sort of a... Well, here, let's do that. Let's do that now. Let's go this way. I forget I can just cut things and put things back as my heart desires, can't I? Alright, so I can do this then, can't I? Duh. What's wrong? What's wrong? Oh. Oh, what's that? It's a magic mushroom. I don't know that it's magic, but you know, it amuses me to think of them as being that. Alright, do I want to... Alright, that looks like it's one of those cavern things, right? Okay. This is all just so trippy looking to me. I mean, the way that they use the blocks to, you know, build everything, it just, the blockiness of it just trips me out. Alright, you know what I'm going to do? Let's see, I'm going to go back this way, or am I going to go that way? What do I want to do? I want to go back down. And yeah, let's just go this way for a minute. I think... Yeah, I'm just going to go down and see what happens. Boink. It's kind of a neat thing that you just, you know, in that creative mode there, I can pull down cliffs and who cares. I don't know if you guys will be able to hear that, but somebody outside down the street a little bit is tapping their horn and going like beep, 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 beep. And it makes a very weird noise. Or, you know, it's a beep, but weird rhythmic pattern of beeping. Kind of odd. Hey, there's a mushroom, man. Alright, let me do this. Yeah, I guess I could just leave those things there, can't I? And... Now do they? Okay. Alright. Well, I don't know, I'm just going to wander around. How long have I been playing this? It's only about 40 minutes, which I'll have to edit a bunch out because of noises and the various things. I'll keep going for a little bit. Let's use that. There we go. And get that, and get that. Okay. Well, I have quite a reach there, don't I? Okay. So there was that. That's so weird. It seems like it's just, well, maybe I just got disoriented when I was wandering around up there and kind of came back out close to where I was, maybe. Is that what happened? It kind of seems like maybe that's what I did. I should have been paying more attention so I'd have a better idea of, but that kind of seems vaguely familiar. I don't know. Maybe I'm just not noticing enough of the differences to be able to navigate appropriately just yet. Alright, well I guess we're going to go back this way. Alright, let's go this way. So this seems to be like the edge of the snowy with the woodland, whatever, biome or whatever. I don't know why I occasionally just sort of randomly hit the jump button with my thumb. I mean, unconsciously, you know. I don't know. Yep. I thought I would step out enough from underneath that, but I guess not. Now this is a brown mushroom, I guess. Oops. That's not what I wanted to do, but alright. Let's see what it is. Brown mushroom, right, of course. Anyway. I don't know why I'm collecting that kind of stuff. It just amuses me, I suppose. Okay, this is turning into the mushroom forest, isn't it? Wait, that's weird. Is that the way they make the mushrooms? Are these weird? I didn't notice that before. That they're kind of this X thing. You're just sort of seeing it from the side. Man, that's trippy as fuck. All right. Let's do the zoom. Let's look out over here and see what's out there. Alright, that's just more foresty stuff. Alright, let's go this way, I guess. Oh. Put your finger on the other key, man. Oh, is that in my way? No, it's not okay. Up this way. Alright, let's oh, I better do this, hadn't I? Alright, here, let me keep coming at you. Wow, it goes way up to then, alright. Oops. Now let's go this way. Firefly looks like it. I guess let's do this. Oops. Oh, is that a firefly from underneath? Wow, I guess that's what you have to do with block stuff. Interesting. I never even really thought about it that way. Okay. Let's see. Little firefly guy. Let's see, let me do this. There we go. Alright. Oh, this is tree, isn't it? That's not really what I wanted to do, but that's okay. Ah. Oops, let's use this one. Alright, now let's... Oops, there we go. Alright, you out. I think you go this way. And take that one out. Right. Let's go this way, I guess. There. It looks like maybe I can just keep going up this way a bit. Oh, nope. Okay, I can't quite get up that. I should be able to jump this, right? Now what have I got? Let's go this way. And what is that? Where's up here? Let me do this. Can I put a torch there? Is that stone? I guess that's stone, or is that a tree? That's a tree. Screw that. That's not a good idea. Alright, let's go this way. Go this way. Oops. Let's go this way. Alright. let's start looking around. Wow, okay. Ah, it's cool to watch this stuff get rendered as I move the view around. Alright, let's see, what are we looking at here? Oh, yeah, let's go over here. Oops. Alright, now I'm way up here, aren't I? Wow, okay. Little firefly guy. Little stuff here. Alright, I don't know, let's see. Alright, I noticed I had a bunch of comments that I just haven't gotten to yet. So there's probably people who have made suggestions that I haven't heeded because I haven't just gotten to those comments yet. So I apologize for that because I wanted to try and just get into the habit of acknowledging and maybe responding to some of the comments in Minetest during the games of Minetest, just because it sort of seems like Minetest is its own little subset of stuff on my channel, so. Anyway, should I wait for it to become daylight, or shall I call that done for today? Yeah, I want to wait for it to become daylight, just because I want to see what's out here, man. Do I want to go around that way? Is there anything over there? Well, wait, let's see. It looks like it's getting lighter. Alright, I'm gonna go this way, I guess, a little bit. I might come back here. But it seems like daylight's a little ways off still, so. What's over there? Alright, let's go see about. Oh, okay, I can't quite get up to that. Or is it that it's. Why can't I jump to that? Okay, I can, alright. And I can't quite get to that, can I? Alright, let's see. Alright, looks like this is where I want to go. Now, oops, this is the top right here. Okay, I think I'm on the top of it now. Except for there's these damn trees. I don't really want to just absentmindedly cut down a bunch of tree things, really, but maybe it's what I will end up having to do. We'll see. You know, I'm going to do while I'm waiting here. This is, what is this? This is, I think this is, oops, I want to do this. I want to do this. Right, and I want to do this. Alright, and then what do I want to do? I want to do, actually I want to do this, and I want to do this. Oops. Go back this way. Now go there. And now I want to go. Okay, and then now let's do. Oh, I see what I. Alright, let me go down. Alright, let me go down one more. Let me go this way a little bit. What am I trying to do here? I need to go around here. I can't remember exactly how to place. Oops, wrong. Okay. Nice, you know what I'm going to do? Okay, let me come down there. Alright. Let me do this. And then now let me do this. Alright, let me do this. There we go. Alright, let's... Okay, I got a floating thing now, which I'll add to a little bit here. I'm not going to be able to fly up to it. Oops, wrong one, dude. You're supposed to click the right to place them. Alright. Interesting. Alright, let's see. I'm going to do... That's that. Can I put one here? No, I can't. Oops, there we go. And that's interesting. Okay. I think somebody told me I could do that where you can jump and then place a brick. Alright. Now I wonder how big a bed is. I don't remember. I think it's only like 3 things. Let me see if I can put a bed up here. I don't know why it amuses me to put beds on these platforms. Can I put it there? Oops, no. Let's get rid of it here real quick. How do you get it to... Why does it do it that way, I wonder? Okay. Okay, I think I need to make the platform bigger to make it be the way I want it to be, because if I keep doing that, see, it keeps sticking the bed so that it hangs off the edge. And I don't want it to do that, so... Come on. Thank you. Alright, let's kill that guy for a minute. I forget. I guess there's a distance thing too, isn't there? Alright, let's walk off of this. Let's get the blocks. Boink. Oops. Alright, let's go this way. Alright. Now let me do the... And look down and go jump. Oops. Jump. Jump. Alright, now I can just walk here, and then now let me get the bed. And let's put the bed there. There we go. Now let's put one of these over here. There we go. Alright, you know what? I'm going to call that done. I've got a platform here. I don't know that I'll end up starting here next time, because I'm going to have to go find a place to give myself a thumbnail for the... Well, an image for the thumbnail. Yeah, you guys know what I mean. Alright, let me use the zoom here a little bit. That's all just forest and forest. Wow, okay. Right, alright. I think I'm going to go there next time. And then I might think about, because I know I've been talking about maybe trying to build a city, and I think I'm going to try and do that. So I'll do that over there, I think, next time. I'll just start building some stuff. So I think between now and the next one, I might try and watch a couple of YouTube videos. Just focused on people building stuff in Minetest, so I can maybe, you know, so I don't have to keep reinventing the wheel, as it were. I think that's going to be it for tonight. Let me do this real quick. Let me exit the menu so that now I can come over to here. All right, there we go. I'm going to call that done for tonight. Or actually, it's this morning, but I don't know why I said tonight. In any case, it is what it is. And I hope you guys enjoyed this and were able to get some rest or tingles or whatever it was that you came here for. I'm trying to think, do I want to do a secret word for this time? Yeah, what do I want it to be? What do I want it to be? I guess water bottle. I'll just, you know, like my water bottle. So I guess that's the end of that. So aloha, siblings.